Before you scroll away, pause for just a moment, because what you are about to hear is not random. It is not an accident, and it is definitely not something that reached you by chance. Sometimes life brings messages to us in the most unexpected ways. Maybe you opened this video out of curiosity. Maybe you were simply bored and scrolling through countless videos. Or maybe deep inside, you felt something pulling you here. A quiet feeling, a small whisper in your heart telling you, listen, this message might be for you. And if that feeling brought you here, then stay with me for the next few minutes, because what you're about to hear might change the way you see your life. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is praying. Someone is crying in their room late at night. Someone is asking God questions like, why is this happening to me? Why do I feel so lost? Why does it feel like nobody understands me? Maybe that someone is you, and if it is, then listen carefully, because God sees the pain that nobody else notices. He hears the prayers you whisper quietly when nobody is around. And even when you think you're completely alone, you are not. God has been walking beside you through every moment of your life, through the good days and the painful ones, through the moments when you felt strong, and through the moments when you felt like giving up. You see, sometimes we believe that God only speaks through miracles, through big, dramatic signs. But the truth is, God often speaks through quiet moments, through feelings, through unexpected messages, through videos like this one. Right now, you might be carrying a burden, something heavy in your heart. Maybe it's a broken relationship. Maybe someone you trusted deeply disappointed you. Maybe you're tired of pretending to be okay when inside you feel empty. You smile in front of people, but inside you feel like something is missing. And sometimes you wonder if anyone really sees the real you. But God does. He sees every tear you hide. He sees every battle you fight silently. He sees every moment when you felt like quitting, but somehow kept going. And today, He wants you to know something important. Your story is not over. Even if things look dark right now, this is not the end of your journey. Sometimes God allows difficult seasons in our lives, not to break us, but to prepare us. Think about a seed. Before a seed becomes a beautiful tree, it must first be buried under the soil, in darkness, in silence. For a while, nothing seems to happen, but underneath the surface, something powerful is taking place. The seed is growing, the roots are forming, and one day, that tiny seed breaks through the ground and becomes something incredible. Your life can feel like that sometimes. You might feel buried under problems, under pressure, under disappointment. But what if this season is actually preparing you for something greater? What if the struggles you're facing today are building the strength you'll need tomorrow? Because every strong person you admire once walked through a difficult season. Every inspiring story began with a moment where everything felt impossible. Even the people who look confident today have faced nights where they cried and wondered if things would ever get better. But something kept them moving forward. Faith, hope, and the belief that God was not finished with their story yet. And the same is true for you. Right now, You might not understand why certain things happened, why some people left your life, why certain dreams didn't work out, why doors closed when you were sure they would open. But sometimes what feels like rejection is actually protection. God sees things we cannot see. He knows paths that we do not understand. And sometimes He closes a door not to punish us, but to guide us toward something better. Imagine walking through a forest at night. The path ahead looks dark and uncertain. You can't see very far, but you have a small light in your hand. That light may not show the entire journey, but it shows the next step. And the next step is enough. Faith works the same way. God doesn't always reveal the whole plan, but He gives you enough light to take the next step, and then the next one. And slowly, step by step, you move toward the life that was meant for you. Right now, you might feel like you're behind in life, like everyone else is moving ahead while you're stuck. Maybe you compare your life to others. You see their success, their happiness, their achievements, and sometimes you wonder, why isn't my life like that? But here's something important to remember. Everyone's journey is different. Your timeline is different, and the life God has planned for you cannot be compared to anyone else's. Some people bloom early, some bloom later, but when the right season comes, everything changes. Your breakthrough might be closer than you think. Your peace might be closer than you believe, and the life you've been praying for might already be on its way. But sometimes, before blessings arrive, God works on our hearts first. He teaches you patience. He teaches us resilience. He teaches us to trust even when we don't understand, because a strong heart can handle the blessings that are coming. Right now, if you're feeling tired, breathe. If you're feeling lost, pause. You don't need to have everything figured out today. You don't need to solve every problem tonight. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply keep going, one step at a time, one day at a time, trusting that somehow, some way, things will start making sense. And one day, you will look back at this moment, this confusing, painful, uncertain moment, and you will realize something incredible. It was the moment that changed everything. Sometimes the hardest moments in life come without warning. One day everything feels normal, and the next day something changes. A relationship ends. A dream falls apart. A plan you worked so hard for suddenly disappears. And in those moments, it can feel like the ground beneath your feet has been pulled away. You begin to question everything. You question your choices. You question your worth. Sometimes you even question God. You might ask, God, if you're there, why is this happening? Why does it feel like I'm trying so hard, but nothing is working? Why do I feel so alone? These questions are more common than you think. Many of the strongest people in history have asked those same questions during their darkest nights. But here is something important to understand. Just because you cannot see what God is doing doesn't mean He isn't working. In fact, some of the most powerful transformations in life happen quietly, behind the scenes, while everything seems still. Think about the night before the sunrise. It is always the darkest part of the night. For a moment it feels like the darkness will never end. But slowly, without noise, Without announcement, the light begins to appear, and suddenly the entire sky changes. Life often works the same way. There are seasons where everything feels slow, seasons where nothing seems to move, seasons where you wonder if all your effort even matters. But what you don't see is that God is preparing things in ways you cannot yet understand. Opportunities are being arranged. People are being placed in your path. Lessons are being planted inside your heart. All of it preparing you for the next chapter of your life. And sometimes the delays in life are not punishment. They are preparation. Preparation for a version of yourself that is stronger, wiser, and more ready than ever before. Think about the person you were 5 years ago. You were different, weren't you? Different thoughts, different fears, different dreams. Life changed you. Some experiences made you stronger. Some mistakes made you wiser. Some heartbreaks taught you what truly matters. Even the painful moments shaped you into the person you are today. And the truth is, your journey is still unfolding. There are chapters of your life that haven't even been written yet. People you haven't met, opportunities you haven't imagined, moments of happiness you haven't experienced. But they are out there, waiting. And the path toward those moments begins with one simple choice. The choice to keep moving forward. Even when the road feels uncertain. Even when the answers are not clear. Even when doubt whispers in your mind. You see, doubt has a powerful voice. It tells you things like, you're not good enough. You're too late. It's already over. You should just give up. But doubt is not truth. Doubt is just fear trying to sound convincing. And fear often speaks the loudest when you're closest to something meaningful. Think about every major step people take in life. Starting a new career, moving to a new city, pursuing a dream. Every one of those moments comes with fear, because stepping into the unknown is uncomfortable. But the unknown is also where growth lives. It is where new opportunities appear. It is where your real potential begins to show. Imagine if every great inventor stopped after their first failure. Imagine if every artist quit after their first criticism. Imagine if every person who succeeded simply gave up when things became difficult. The world would look very different, and your story would never reach the place it was meant to go. Because the truth is, resilience creates transformation. Every challenge you face builds something inside you. Strength, patience, wisdom, and sometimes the struggles you go through are not just for you. One day, someone else will walk through the same pain you once experienced, and your story will give them hope. Your words will comfort them. Your strength will inspire them in ways you cannot imagine today. Your journey has meaning. Even the difficult parts, even the confusing parts, even the parts that don't make sense right now, because nothing in your life is truly wasted. Every experience becomes part of the story that shapes who you are becoming. And sometimes the person you are becoming is far more powerful than the person you used to be. Right now, you may not see the full picture, but imagine looking at a massive puzzle with thousands of pieces. If you focus on only one small piece, it doesn't make sense. But when all the pieces come together, a beautiful image appears. Life is like that puzzle. You are currently holding only a few pieces, but God sees the entire picture. the paths, the possibilities, the purpose behind every step you take. And even when you feel lost, He is still guiding your journey. Sometimes guidance comes through people. A friend who says the right words at the right moment. A stranger who offers unexpected kindness. A message that appears exactly when you needed it. Sometimes guidance comes through silence, through reflection, through moments where you pause and truly listen to your heart. Because deep inside, your heart often knows the direction you need to go. It knows when something feels right. It knows when something feels wrong. And when you learn to listen to that inner voice, you begin to move closer to the life that is meant for you. But there is another truth many people forget. You are stronger than you think. Right now, you might feel tired, emotionally drained, mentally overwhelmed. But look at everything you have already survived. Every difficult day, every disappointment, every moment where you thought you couldn't continue, yet somehow you did. That strength did not appear by accident. It was built through every challenge you faced. And it is still growing, because the person you are becoming is capable of more than you realize. More courage, more love, more impact on the world around you. Your presence matters. Your story matters. Your life matters. And even if today feels uncertain, tomorrow holds possibilities you cannot yet see. The door you are praying for may open sooner than you think. The peace you are searching for may arrive in ways you didn't expect. And the version of yourself waiting in the future is someone who will look back at this moment and say, I made it through. I kept going, and it was worth it. So if you're listening to this right now, take a deep breath. You are not alone. Your story is still being written, and the best chapters may still be ahead. At this moment, wherever you are listening from, pause for a second. Take a slow, deep breath, because sometimes we move so fast through life that we forget to stop and realize how far we have already come. Think about everything you have faced until today, all the difficult days, all the nights when your mind was full of worries, all the moments when you felt like nobody truly understood what you were going through, and yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still searching for meaning, hope, and direction. That alone says something powerful about you. It says you have strength inside you. Maybe you don't always see it. Maybe you don't always feel it. But it's there. And sometimes the strongest people are the ones who have quietly fought battles nobody else ever knew about. You see, life doesn't always move in straight lines. Sometimes the path turns in unexpected directions. Sometimes doors close that you thought would stay open forever. Sometimes people leave your life when you needed them the most. And sometimes the dreams you once held tightly seem to fade away. But here is something many people realize only later in life. Every ending creates space for a new beginning. Every closed door redirects you toward another path, and every challenge shapes the person you are becoming. One day you will look back at this season of your life, this moment of confusion, this moment where things didn't make sense, and suddenly you will understand. You will realize that certain things had to happen exactly the way they did, because they were guiding you toward a version of life that you could not see yet. Sometimes the greatest blessings in life arrive in disguise. They arrive as delays, as detours, as unexpected changes. But when the time is right, everything starts connecting like pieces of a puzzle. Right now, you might still be in the middle of that puzzle, but that doesn't mean the picture isn't forming. It is, slowly, quietly, in ways that are invisible today but will become clear tomorrow. You are growing. You are learning. You are becoming stronger than the version of yourself who began this journey. And that transformation is something powerful. The world often focuses only on success, only on the highlight moments. But the real story of every strong person is built during the quiet struggles, during the moments where quitting would have been easier, during the moments where hope felt small, but you held on anyway. That is where true strength is born. And if you have made it this far in life, it means you already have that strength inside you. Right now, there may still be questions in your mind. Questions about the future. Questions about your purpose. Questions about what comes next. And it's okay not to have all the answers yet. Life is not meant to be completely understood in a single moment. It unfolds step by step, day by day, experience by experience. Sometimes clarity appears only after you keep moving forward. So if today feels uncertain, if today feels heavy, remember this simple truth. Your current chapter is not your final chapter. There are still pages left to write. There are still moments of joy waiting to find you. There are still people who will enter your life and change it in beautiful ways. And there is still a future version of you who will look back at this moment with gratitude. Because the struggles you face today are shaping the strength you will carry tomorrow. You are not behind in life. You are not forgotten. You are not failing. Aichi, you are simply in the middle of your journey, and every meaningful journey takes time. So keep going, even if progress feels slow, even if the road ahead is unclear, even if doubt sometimes appears in your thoughts. Keep moving, keep believing, keep trusting that your life still holds incredible possibilities. Because one day, perhaps sooner than you think, things will begin to change. Opportunities will appear. Peace will replace confusion. Hope will grow stronger than fear. And you will realize that everything you went through was preparing you for that moment, preparing you to step into the life that was always waiting for you. Before this message ends, remember this. If you are hearing these words today, it may not be a coincidence. Sometimes the right message finds us at exactly the right time. Maybe today was simply a reminder that you are not alone, a reminder that your story still matters, a reminder that your future still holds light, even if you cannot see it yet. So tonight, or whenever you are hearing this, take one more deep breath. Release the weight you have been carrying, and allow yourself to believe that better days are coming, because your journey is not over. In many ways, it may only be just beginning. Amen.